Poor. It's baby English. Yes.
You know all the important stuff, though, so it's good.
Oh, I try my best. But many cases, then I have no word to express the profundity, nature of the Dharma. Dharma is so profound. Okay, so we'll continue our precious Dharma teaching. So we hear this book, briefly touch about the non-meritorious karma, means unwholesome deeds, as a root cause of all the suffering in general, especially in the three lower realms. So look at this, see. This is what, as I mentioned, this is real called Dharma teachings. Right? Usually I put a lot of emphasis on this. This is not just Buddhist belief, a culture, but it expresses from the reality point of view, step by step. See, the Four Noble Truth, Buddha said you should know the truth of the suffering and avoid the cause of suffering. So now you see, this is all what we went through, the cause of suffering. Now next, meritorious karma and result, saying the karma first. Avoidance of the 10 non-virtues constitute the 10 virtues. Just avoiding the 10 non-virtues is called virtue. Like say, if you don't kill, it's virtue. If you don't steal, it's virtue. If you don't engage in the sexual misconduct or harassment, it's virtue. If you don't tell lie, it's virtue. So forth. It's called virtues. Look at this. So there are, say, if you don't do these 10 non-virtues, they are the cause of peace, happiness. We will feel free, from the suffering. Relax the mind. See. Furthermore, living in accordance with the virtuous activities, meaning protecting the lives of others, now we will put in action, engaging the path, say, respect, instead of taking other lives, respect others, even small bugs, human beings, everybody, respect. Every life is, every life of sentient beings are precious. They cherish their life for themselves. It's action. Protecting their life, see, life of them. Practicing great generosity, stealing, so giving, even giving good words, giving smile, welcoming others, and practicing generosity. Practicing generosity means practicing happiness, peace. Maintaining moral ethics, then not engaging in the sexual misconduct, like keeping 5 precepts as a lay practitioner, is keeping moral conducts. And speaking the truth. So not telling lie is speaking the truth. Harmonizing those who are unfriendly. So harmonizing people. When you see there's some fighting, confused, between couple, friends, Sangha members. So we bring together. Why we are doing this? No benefit. Even one may have the reason, still being not harmony is not peaceful. There's no happiness, there's no peace. So, for the sake of the peace, happiness, we just get rid of our ego, attachment, harmonize, bring together. As earlier we did impermanence, life is impermanent. So within this short life, why we should have all this disharmony? Speaking peacefully and politely, using polite words. Speaking meaningful. When you talk, to talk with a meaningful method. Those things are useful. Relate to the Dharma. And relate to Dharma means for cause of peace, happiness, wisdom, so forth. Practicing the reduction of attachments and development of contentment, you see. Reduce our attachment and appreciate. Here, contentment means whatever you have. So I'm so fortunate. You are content. You are happy with yourself. When you know how to acknowledge yourself, there's peace, there's happiness. A lot of people in the world, they're suffering. I'm not good enough. No, I don't have this. Looking down oneself. But instead here, I have the precious human life. I have Dharma. I'm so fortunate. Rejoice yourself. Then we progress from that, develop from that. No, we start from where we are. Then speaking, practicing loving kindness, compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, these things, you see. Instead of aversion, anger, hatred, try to bring that in the mind. Practice. No, repeatedly. Just maintain those. And they are real cause of peace, happiness, you see. And engage in the perfect meaning, means the true perfect meaning, the causality and the ultimate view of the emptiness. So there's true perfect meaning. Whole world is functioning within the framework of causality. Nothing stands independently. Like to grow a tree, need the 4 elements with seed. Without any one of them, from the 4 elements, the tree cannot grow. It's all interdependent. Our body as well, to maintain, we need 4 elements. So this is called interdependent, interconnected, causality. Because of being that nature, their nature is emptiness. If you investigate step by step all this, we cannot find one independent entity. which stands independently without depending on others. So because of that nature, it's called emptiness. We are not making empty, but their nature is emptiness. So seeing this nature, that's called right view. Right view is not our belief or not our culture, but right view is the knowing the reality nature. It makes sense? Look at this scene. Then you will appreciate, rejoice. See? So here I just mentioned the 10 virtues, just briefly. As mentioned, if whole world, everybody practices these 10 virtues, so you see. So it's mentioned here, this is nothing to do with the culture, belief system. You may practice any religion, you may have any culture, but if this 10 virtue has a space for everybody, then you see there's a great peace, great harmony. See? That's how you see. So look at say, material alone will not bring real happiness in the world. You need a balance. Sometimes people call this is spiritual, but I say this is nothing to the spiritual. It's reality nature. While we're having the material development, keeping these 10 virtues, or practicing, or live our life, there's a balance. See? Even in the world, even in the samsara. No? So this is the way how to create peace and happiness. We don't need new things, ideas. All the ideas we have here, all the wisdoms we have here, but we don't pay attention so much on this. If you dig a little more here, then you will find all the treasures here. All the method we will find here. No? So result here says the result, virtuous actions also have the 3 results. The result of maturation of the act is that one will be born in the human or the God realm of the desire world. So if we keep the 10 virtues, next life is a guarantee to have human life. Oh. There's no need to divination. No need to ask some fortune teller. Also. So keep this 10 virtue practice. Or in the God realm, in the desire world. The result similar to the cause is that one will experience a long life by avoiding taking life. Then we just relate, see, because we respect others' life, because we protect other life. So, similar to that, we'll experience long life. And not stealing, one will enjoy the wealth. And keeping the moral conduct, one will have a harmony family. And not telling a lie, one will enjoy by trust. Whatever you speak, people will trust you. telling the truth. Because of being harmony, one will have a harmony with other people in the human realm or in the God realm. Because one uses the polite, peaceful word, one will always hear peaceful and polite words from others. Because one has been speaking the meaningful, whatever one give talk, other will understand the meaning of what you're talking about. And because being free from the covetousness, one will enjoy the authentic wealth, appreciate, rejoice. Because practicing love and compassion, the mind will bring great peace, happiness. Because practicing having the right view, mind will be sharp to understand. So this similar result. The acts with that one who has done that. Lead to all the rest. General result of the force is that by avoiding taking life, one will be born in a good place with strong properties, especially environment and so forth. It's a place, because of you protect others' life, you are born in a place with a dignity. Because when you take life, means you disregard others' life. You see others' life inferior than you. Now when you protect other lives, one will have dignity. A place where there's has good crops, place the people who are so harmony, place there's a peaceful. So like this, all those you look at this, so meditate. So this is how. Not only we believe that happens, literally happens now. If we practice these 10 virtues, look at now, just in the mind ourselves, how much peace is there, harmony is there. That brings the effect outside. See, this is very important, see, general result of the force. How our mind can create the environment. Say, our world outside is changed by our mental activities. Because when our mind is peaceful, compassionate nature, forgiveness, tolerance, this affects the elements outside. When the elements are even, they are harmony, then the rain falls in time. And weather becomes natural by itself. But when our mind is so disturbed, then outside elements also, they are disturbed and they are confused as well. And they don't know when the rain should come or when it should not come and how much, It becomes very obvious, clear. like that. So the result also is a little more brief, but it's very easy to understand. By these are shown the karma of cause and result of merit, so meritorious action or wholesome deeds, which are the cause of peace and happiness even in the samsara. The precious jewel garland says, non-attachment, non-aggression, and non-obscured mind means non-ignorance. They are the virtue, and the karma created thereby are virtues. All the higher realms come from virtue, as do peace, joy in the whole, all other lifetimes, this life, next life, life after life, for oneself and others. So these are a little more easy to reflect. Now next is a little complex. It's beyond our head. So this is what we taught, what we discussed, what we studied is the result, cause is a karma or cause and result of the desire wall. Now next is a form wall and formless wall. Those two. It's a karma and result of unshakable meditative concentration. First the karma. By practicing the cause, meditative concentration or meditative equipoise. Sometimes meditative equipoise is also good. Equipoise, absorption, concentration of the exhale way of equipoise, of concentration of equipoise. One will obtain the result born of meditative concentration. When we practice this equipoise, calm the mind. All our mental activities let dissolve into that meditation. So when one has that meditation, then one can experience the peace. So that's the result. Just basically first, concentration. The meditative concentration of equipoise has now 8 preparatory steps. So it permits to prepare to achieve that. And then 8 levels of actual meditative concentration. So there are 8 levels of achievement to experience, to born there. And 1 special meditative concentration. So there are total 9. Result born of meditative concentrations. The result refers to the 17 realms within the form God realms. There are 17. All total in the form wall. First 3, each has 3 each, so 9. And the 4th one has 8. So 9 and 8 becomes the 17. So it's in the footnote. You can see at the footnote. Those are all countings. Let's look at the page 440. The 17 realms within the form of God realm are lowest to highest, from lower to the higher. 3 attains through the first meditative concentration, absorption. So those 3 are Barma Kayika, Barma variety is the name of that realm. Brahma Purohita, some Brahma retinue, and Brahmana, Mahabrahmanas, great Brahma. So Brahma is the God which reside that in that state. That three attain through the second meditative concentration. First one is called Paritapa, lesser light. In Tibet called Yuchung. And Aparamanaba, limitless light. Yuchung Yose. Teme Yoses. Abasvara, radiant light. So it's the second form realm. Now in the third form realm, the three attend through the three meditative concentration. Parita Shubha, lesser virtue. Pramana Shubha, limitless virtue. Shubha Kirsana, vast virtue. Now the next 8 in the fourth meditative concentration. The three attend through the fourth meditative concentration, first 3. Anabraka, without cloud. Punya Prasava, born from merit. Brihat Pala, great reward. These up to this all called mundane level. Rest 5 is called pure or unmundane level. The 5 known as the pure place. Avira, not great. Atapa, without pain. Sadarsha, excellent appearance. Sudarshana, yes, clear perception. Akanishta, highest realm. Walkmin. So where they put usually Buddha achieved enlightenment in this state, with this state of the mind, meditative state. The fourth, with the support of this meditation, meditative concentration, equipoise, then combined by the critical insight and uproots all the delusions and achieve enlightenment. So this is called the 17. No, the 17, the God realm in the form wall. What is it? Within the form wall realm, and 4 within the formless God realm. So this makes the 8. The 8 God realm, where the cause and the result will be directly related to one another. Now here, Gampopa says, will explain how they're connected each other, the cause and the result. In general, all are based on the 10 virtues. See, this all has to achieve on the basis of 10 virtue. Because when you have the 10 virtue, the mind is calm, peaceful, has a good place for meditation. Because when it's, like say, when the mind is disturbed with the anger, hatred, there's no place to meditate. When your mind is taken by your attachment, this you cannot meditate. No. So reduce all these afflictions. Even they are not uprooted, but reduce as much as you can. And that will give you great support to meditate. So 10 virtues are the foundation to achieve these all practices. So the first meditative concentration begins by practicing the ejection and the comprehensible preparatory stage of meditation without obstruction. So this is very complex. Really to translate, it's very difficult to have English. And we did, as much as possible, it's come to close to the teaching itself. Because it came too close to the original text. Many other great teachers, there are a lot of translations of JOL, Ornament, and Liberation. This is the third one. So one time I saw a note. So this is so close to the actual text. So they are recommended to read this translation. Here what we have is, without obstruction, the completion of which is the foundation for the first actual meditative concentration. The actual achievement of the first meditative concentration dissolves gross appearance. That's dissolves gross appearances. Usually this word is not, we don't have in the Tibetan text itself. It's made a short commentary to understand. What we have is this, gross mental factors. And what remains is very subtle discursive thought. 1, reflection. 2, and joy. 3, and bliss. 4. This means there are 51 or 52. There are 51 mental factors in our regular mind. Within that, except these 4, this all now come about. When you do a lot of meditation, these mental factors dissolve. So this says, subtle discursive thought. Dokpa is called. Then reflections, more deeper mind. Then when you have good meditation, then there's a joy in the mind. Not joy perceived from like eating food or getting sights, but in the mind. When the mind is calm, peaceful, there's a joy. More discursive joy, subtle. Then bliss is deeper. Whole your mind and body is pervaded that skull. A pure kind of bliss. Clear. So this only left only 4 mental factors. Rest all dissolve. So here, say, if we look at the ejection, means eject from desire wall to the form wall through this kind of meditation. And when you practice this called comprehensible preparation stage of meditation. It's you prepared fully to achieve that state. It's called comprehensible preparatory stages. And I think it's an obstruction, maybe not obstruction, obstacle. So there's no obstacle now exist to achieve that. obstacle or hindrance. So there's some improvement on this translation. My English is not enough, really. Just right now, I'm just telling you, just explaining you how they're about to that, So when you eject from desire wall, and then go up that, you prepare that meditation, and you achieve such a state, it's now comprehensible. You comprehend the result to achieve. There's no obstacles, no hindrances. So when you fully prepare the state, the achievement of that state. So by practicing this meditative concentration, one will be born in the first God realm of meditative concentration, called the Brahma realm. So then, after death, when you die without any going through part two stages, with that mind, you are reborn in that state now. That's the result. Have you gotten some idea? That's what this meditation is. So it's very calm, peaceful. All the discursive thoughts are just dissolved into that meditation. Only just very subtle thoughts and reflections, joy, bliss is there. So because you have that quality, now you are not dependent outside. It's called sensory objects. You have no need to enjoy your life, to see good things or sound or smell or taste, touch. You're fully satisfied with that. Not only satisfied, it's 100 times greater joy and peaceful than in desire world. So that's how you achieve the first meditative equipoise state in the form wall. And then by practicing the special meditative concentration, one will be born in the Maha-Brahma realm. That's within the Brahma realm, but little greater, more precise. Then next, the second meditative concentration begins by practicing the ejection. So eject means now you are not attached to the first realm of the form wall. Now you go farther. And in the comprehensible preparatory stage, without obstruction, without hindrances, so then in the act, so that you practice that, you fully comprehend. Now, there's no danger to go down. You just go farther, You are fully comprehended to achieve the second level. In the actual achievement of the second meditative concentration, the first two mental factors, the subtle discursive thought and reflections, now calmly abides. Now those thoughts are also, now they're also dissolved into that meditative state. They're not obvious. Your mind is calmer. Now what left is joy and bliss. That's only left. So, and one can only experience the two mental factors of the joy and bliss. By practicing the meditative concentration of joy and bliss, one is born in the second God realm of meditative concentration, called the gods of lesser light and so forth, as we read 3. You achieve that state. The second, you achieve the second stage of the form world. Then further you meditate, continue your meditation. You are getting so used to this meditation. You are just tuned in. No distractions from outside whatsoever. Then say, likewise, the exertion and the preparation should be understood like this before. For all the rest, the third, fourth, in the actual achievement of the third meditative concentration, joy is avoided. Avoided means it's not just avoid out somewhere else. It's that also little discursive thought. So that also dissolve into meditation. Now there's no attachment to the joy. Go farther. And by practicing the meditative concentration of bliss, one is born in the third God realm of meditative concentration, called gods of lesser virtue, and so forth. You achieve the third state. So these are such important practice as a base for the enlightenment. No? They are really not that you are free from samsara, but they're very important foundation for enlightenment. Now the fourth meditative concentration is the practice of avoiding or subtle discursive thought. The reflection, subtle discursive thought, reflection, joy, and bliss. Now all the four are now dissolved in that equipoise state. Totally like equanimity. Upon contemplation of the fourth meditative concentration, one will be born in the fourth God realm of meditative concentration, called without cloud and so forth, or the other 8 there. Which is dead. So said, this is the best foundation to achieve complete enlightenment. So now here, I'll say a few words like, we, in the Vajrayana teachings, I'm sure many of you have some experience, maybe everybody. There's chakra, channel, bindu practices, and highest deity yoga practices. Usually, when great teacher comes, say we have to get the best teaching or empowerment, highest empowerment, And then when we got those teachings, we are so excited. I got the highest teaching. But to really have the experience of the result, this type of meditative concentration is indispensable, without which it's just, another illusion. See, so therefore, first you see, this as Gampopa described this, how we achieve the stages of step by step. So that you have the information. There's some teacher will teach you some meditation practice of chakras, channels. Have you received some of those teachings?
Did last student. Was it last student?
No.
Chakras and bindus.
We don't have really good this kind of meditative equipoise quality. No, we will not get any benefits. It's just knowledge. To experience yourself, the result was described in those texts. This kind of, requirement is so important. Because without foundation, like without ground, the tree will not grow. Without good field, the crops will not grow. So it is a mental exercise. So these are the form walls. Now, there's called four form walls described here. That's why I say, this text is such a precious text, you see. Now the four form walls, the meditation is common to Buddhists, non-Buddhists. It's nothing special for Buddhists. Even non-Buddhists, they practice this. They have such good meditation. But for Buddhists as well, it's important as a foundation to free from samsara. Now we go next, see. After renouncing the four meditative concentrations, means now no attachment in the fourth, even the fourth meditative state, no attachment, renounce that. The next stage is called limitless space. Then everything's like space. You have that, when you get that understanding, says everything's nothing but space. No attachment to anything. You meditate on that. That's called limitless space. By practicing that, one will be born in the God realm of infinite space. Ayatana. Ayatana is increasing field. It's just name of that first formless wall. Now, this is a formless. Its mind becomes so subtle, it's not depend on the body. No form. Only mental form. Renouncing that result in the state of the limitless consciousness. Now renounce that also. Then everything's nothing but mind. Even no space outside there. Just mind and meditate that. By practicing that, one will be born in the God realm of infinite consciousness, ayatana. Renouncing that result in the state of nothingness, then even mind does not exist. You meditate, becomes so subtle. And through that practice, one will be born, renouncing that result in the state of nothingness. Third, now fourth, by practicing that one will be born. By practicing that one will be born in the God realm of nothingness, ayatana. Renouncing that result in the the session being that individual practitioner, born in the state of neither perception nor non-perception. Then the mental state is so calm, no movement. So something like this, nothing. But also there's nor nothing, because there's a subtle consciousness. So see. By practicing that, one will be born in the God realm of neither perception nor non-perception, ayatana. So this is the fourth formless wall. Highest down, from that there's no other to go. So these three constitutes the samsara. The three realms of the samsara, Now have you got a little better idea? Now say 3 worlds of the samsara, what this means now. Or 3 realms of the samsara. What kind of part is that car born from renunciations? It means rejecting the lower levels, thus becoming free from attachment. So rejection, they're rejecting the lower levels. So renunciation, born from the renunciation means you renounce the lower one, you go higher and higher. Now there's one clarification, if we have any confusion. So, are the level of independent space ayatana and so forth so called because their projection is a space? When they achieve like the first state of the formless world, say, if that being has some conscious, say, everything's like the space. Says Gampopa said, no. For the first 3, when one enter into the absorption, infinite space, so forth, are projected in the mind, and the stages are named accordingly. They are called limitless space, limitless consciousness, nothingness. First, when they enter into the meditation, they have that kind of mind. But once they observe and achieve the equipoise, then that consciousness does not exist. Completely calm and peaceful. So that's first 3. Then now, neither perception nor non-perception, that one. The latter, when this absorption has been fully actualized, they are not brought into the mind. See? Oh, so no. The first 3, yeah. The last one, the last one is so named because there's very little perception. Although there's no clear perception, so there is also not none. It's not nothing. It's just not none or not nothing. So therefore, see, in the fourth state of the formless meditation state is said that's not the best state, foundation, the mind for enlightenment. You cannot achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood, and the fourth level of the formless state, because there's no any activities of like mind, like say, there's no special critical insight. So the best is the first, second, third, fourth of the form world, especially the fourth. Third, fourth is the best state of mind. And also it is possible to achieve enlightenment, first 3 of the formless world. But the fourth one is said, one cannot achieve Buddhahood in that state of the mind. Because the mind is so calm. So there's no special insight which can penetrate the absolute nature of the mind through this special insight. See, now you see, you can imagine, see, these enlightened beings like Gampopa, they experience those things they described. We have no idea, what they're like, When they achieve this state, it's no longer culture, no longer belief system. Now for us, now it becomes a belief system. You have to believe there's something like that. Now in this case,
Did you say that the third of the four worlds is the best, or the
Fourth.
fourth?
Yes.
I wrote that.
Yes. Also, you can as mentioned, also possible. First, second, third is also possible. Become a cause to free from samsara.
Right.
Yes. But the fourth is the best, yes. In the form world, yeah.
Khenchen, are you saying that it's the best because you're saying that really critical insight is highly developed then?
Yes, it becomes not critical developed, but it's a very good foundation.
Okay.
Best foundation to give rise to critical insight, the mind. Especially inside mind, yeah.
Is the fourth of the formless
The
useful?
form world.
Yes, but is the fourth of the formless useful at all?
Useful?
Yeah, in any way is it useful?
It's useful because you enjoy the peace there. Temporarily,
You can rest.
you can rest there for some time.
What's the difference between the state of nothingness and a state of unconsciousness? It would seem to be the same thing.
I think this is different. Unconsciousness and nothingness is a big difference. When your mind is kind of become unconscious, you say, no? Like hit by somebody, and you become unconscious. So you have no control of yourself.
Right.
And nothingness, you meditated, you achieve that, and you maintain there.
So it's okay.
Yeah, I know you want to debate. Very good, yeah. Yes.
Is the state of formless and conscious, isn't that the same as Mahamudra?
No. So this is, see, a lot of mistakes comes from there.
Okay.
Yes. You say everything's like a space, you just meditate, but no critical insight. Everything's nothing but just consciousness. There also no Mahamudra because there's no critical insight. So everything's nothing. You meditate there, relaxed mind there, but no critical insight. So there's a lot of meditators kind of fall into the wrong place like this. Yes.
Is that why we say the simultaneous manifestation of appearance, which is critical insight, and emptiness?
Yes. So there's steps, yes. So therefore, that's why what's called need a real good teacher who have the qualities, those experience.
Mm-hmm.
We got.
Huh?
So we got one.
You got it?
Got one.
Okay. You take it.
We also have to have discipline.
Oh,
We also have to have discipline.
Oh, I don't have that.
that's what I mean. You take it means you have to discipline yourself, So you take it means you have to discipline yourself. Yes. Yes.
Why would anyone come back from that?
Now that's why I said you achieve enlightenment, you don't come back. But if you don't have a critical insight or special insight, then after staying there for some time, you enjoy there for thousands of years, because you are not free from samsara, again you come back. So that's what's called, actually it's called the pervasive condition of suffering. Even though you have that achievement, but you are not free from suffering. Basically, the pervasive suffering. No, the pervasive condition of suffering is referred to this kind of things. You stay there for thousands of years, enjoy. And sometimes you may feel I'm free from samsara. But because the lack of the special insight, come back. No? That's why it's now encouraging. We should develop a mental motivation, how to free from samsara.
So is this a difference between Hinayana and...
No, this is not nothing to do with Hinayana, Mahayana. This is your way of your meditation.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
When one comes back from such a realm, are you reborn into an unfortunate realm?
Yes.
You are.
Whatever karma you have,
Is there
according to the karma. You see, whatever karma you have, according to the karma, you can follow the routine. Yeah. So that's why the karma is so powerful. Yes.
Could you talk a little more about critical insight?
Yeah, that will come later in the sixth profession of the bodhicitta. There we'll talk very detailed here. So that's why I said this book is so important, because step by step. So that's why I encourage you try to participate as much as possible. Get to know all step by step, and then at the end you'll get good picture. See what Buddhist is talking about, and where we are, what we can do. Where we are now. Okay, that generally all out of these 8, 3 or 4 in the form wall, 4 formless wall, this 8. Generally all of these 8, generally all 8 of these actual meditative concentrations are based on the not one-pointed, virtuous mind, One-pointed and virtuous mind. Mind is not scattered in a direction, just one-pointed. This is the explanation of the karma cause and the result of the unshakable meditative concentration, meditative equipoise. The precious jewel garland, Nagarjuna says, by the infinite meditative concentration and formlessness, one will experience the bliss of Brahma and so forth. Brahma first the form wall, then step by step form wall, and then limitless space, formless wall, like that. No. See? Therefore, the creator of this samsara are the 3 afflicted karma. See now? You know those three afflicted karmas. What are those?
Desire, hatred, ignorance?
Huh?
Desire, hatred, ignorance?
No, now you're missing the point. That's what I'm saying. You have to read carefully. What the classification of the karma?
Oh. Close to the
Oh,
Not
yeah, that's you see. Yeah, meritorious, non-meritorious, and unshakable. So these the 3, afflicted, defiled karma. Wholesome, the non-unwholesome deeds, wholesome deeds, and unshakable explanation meditation. You see, the meditation when you achieve the first meditative concentration of the form wall, you prepare that, you achieve that, and without any interruption, nobody can shake that state. and you're born in the first form world. Likewise, second, third, fourth, like this. That's called unshakable meditative concentration or unshakable cause. So these all are now created by this afflicted mind, means unenlightened mind, or a defiled mind. So now see how the mind is created of the samsara. Look at this. Now here comes next, the third, ascription. This third category, ascription of karma, means that you experience the result of the karma you created. You create or you created. Think. What the karma you have created, you are the one who experienced that. Nobody else. So, like my karma, whatever I created, is my own. Good or bad, virtue, non-virtue, I cannot share with others. That's called ascription. No? Ascript, authority. Or other words, what do you call this? Is there any other words? I forgot this. It's very simple. Usually we use that word. It's the individual responsibility, basically. No? Yeah.
Obligation.
Huh?
Obligation.
No. See, he said, result will ripen in the skandha related to the actors, you see, and not to others. Means my psychophysic, the 5 psychophysic aggregates. Within that, whatever I create a karma, that will bring to me. It's no one else. The collection of the Abhidharma says, what does the ascription of karma mean? One experiences the maturation of the karma one has created. It is uncommon to others, and so it's called ascription. So my karma is not common to others. It's uncommon. It's just for me. My responsibility. I have to, it will come to me, no one else. So therefore, when we practice the karma, look at that. It's my interest. I do this because for my interest, for my benefit, no one else. I cannot ignore, I cannot negotiate. No.
So it's pertinent to you.
No.
Pertinent to oneself.
Yes, it's your own. So you are the authority of your karma. No one else.
You know, given that in the word ascription we have script, which means writing. Another way that I was thinking about it is that I am the author of my karma.
That's right.
I have written it.
Yes, that's right. Yes. When you write book, that book is your book because you have written. No one else. Yes. Now it makes sense more. So it's like this, so important, you see. Like if I plant a medicine, the medicine will grow to that place. No any place. In specific place, I plant a seed, and that seed will grow in that place. no any other place. So like that, see. So the understanding of karma is so crucial. So then, if that were not the case, if that's not the case, I create karma and somebody takes it, or I can share, or somebody else does, it comes to me, then this is what happens. The karma that was created could be wasted, or there could be the danger of facing a result that one has not created. See, then there's a lot of those conflicts will come. Either I created karma, maybe wasted. I work so good job, and then wasted. Or somebody does bad things, it comes to me. Then what happens? It's not legal. it's not rational.
It's blame. That's what we do a lot.
Blame. We do that,
Yeah.
But if I get a blame, that means I have a karma to get the blame. You see? Because everybody doesn't get the blame. Somebody gets blame, So that means I have created the karma to get the blame. So then I have to accept that, I purify. And then you just practice bodhicitta. If I didn't do this, I got the blame. This may purify all the blames to everybody. And you rejoice. Instead of you being so angry, so I have no reason to blame because I didn't do, Instead that you accept that, practice that. And there's a great joy. You start something, and then a lot of things comes, confusion and all this conflict comes. Then say, this conflict is coming because initially I started this, so it is my problem. Therefore, in the sutra it says, see, that that karma that is created by the Devadatas means just a name of person. Suppose a Devadatta created karma. Any, yes, just a Jack. So he said that karma that is created by Jack, okay, will not mature in the earth or water or anybody else. No, the karma created by Jack will not mature to Kevin, or to Paula, so so forth. But that karma will ripen in the skandha and ayatana of that particular individual, Jack. You cannot share the karma you have created. Say, can you take some of my karma? You cannot. So to whom else would this karma result? So now to whom else? So that doer, the actor, will experience the karma. So that gives you such a great relief. You can fully trust the karma. It's not, as mentioned, culture. It's not just belief. If I practice, I have all the authority, what I do. No. I think this is such a wonderful practice, you see. If I suffer, if I experience suffering, I say, this is my karma. I have to accept. and gives your mind such a great space. I beautiful. I accept. Yes.
How do the merits that we earn, or the virtues,
Merit.
the merit and the virtues and the good karma that we build, how does it then help all sentient beings?
No. Now it's the first we look at the karma. See, study like this, so detailed. So when you understood this so detailed, so you say, I got real good picture. Now next subject is coming, love and compassion. Then you get a real good opportunity to develop love and compassion. Everyone desires peace and happiness, but they make this kind of mistake. So therefore, I have to cultivate. Therefore, I have to achieve enlightenment.
That's
Yes, how it starts. That's why it's make it's a foundation.
that channel of our
Exactly. We're making the foundation. Look at the impermanence of all phenomena, how we're living. We're living so fragile. The world keep changing. Changing according to the karma. Every minute changing according to the karma. Look at this, And how confusion creates the negative karma. How wisdom creates the positive karma. Look at this. And then you see, when you get a good picture, how sensations are confused. Then instead of we're angry, upset, instead that we see the good picture to develop compassion, loving kindness, and then develop wisdom. Such a great, you see. Now strict result here, say we. How we are doing. I think our time is past. It's 12, okay. So we'll start tomorrow. So these are, there's a lot to discuss. So precious, And I feel so fortunate to do this. And please, as mentioned, just participate as much as you can. Now this is the third week. Now we have only five weeks left, isn't it? See, not so much. Time flies. First we said dedication prayers. So take a deep breath first again. And exhale all the tension and relax. And appreciate, rejoice this opportunity. Then we said the dedication prayer, page 12, 32. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, rooted in lineage lamas, divine assemblies of yidams, assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, yogins, yoginis, and daginis, dwelling in the 10 directions, please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, in the innate root of virtue, not result in 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as the Sharavaka or Patik Buddha. May all matter sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstructors who harm, misleading maras, and the hordes of demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain and surpass perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with the good qualities equal to the infinite of space. May I gain supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with the negative thoughts. May I not die confused for wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind as such, and pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I in any case gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the Aparto.